Hi everyone, so it's Sunday the 11th of February. As you can see, I've just been drying my hair, so I'll just pop that out of the way. I just thought I'd do a quick video before I go to bed because it's been a very long weekend as usual. Yesterday we had our first UK Tier 4 East Women's Roller Derby Champs game, and we did a win. Yay! Because I was non-skating officiating both matches, I didn't really get to see any of the gameplay, but it was a close game apparently between Death Row Hull and Grimsby Grim Reavers. And it was 220 something to 100, I think 222 to 195. So it was a pretty close call, really. It was there were times where penalties were pretty pretty hungry. It was difficult because there were new penalty codes out. WFTDA, the women's or WFTA, the Women's Flat Track Derby Association have released a simplified, apparently, penalty coding system. So I got to read those on Saturday morning. I have read them before, but I thought, well, I'll refresh and try and take it all in, and didn't realise that they actually released new codes as well. But it wasn't too bad to pick up. I've got a handle on the the codes, the old codes and stuff, and hand signals. So it was just a question of just learning the new ones. There were quite a lot of ones that were of the old codes that were continued, and some of the codes like direction of play, which used to be this signal, is now that's now under direction, D direction, and C, which used to be the clockwise or direction of play, is now like a karate chop on the other hand. So and that's a C. That would be illegal contact. Is it illegal contact? Yeah, there were quite a few of those called during both games, actually, illegal contact. The second game, Surrey versus York. York were absolutely slaughtered, bless them. I think the final score was like 400 and something to 4. And I think York got those 4 points in the first jam. Got a bit sick and tired of saying jam number. Surrey, our lead is closed. It was a bit, I mean, I didn't really see much of the game, but I think York Minsters have had a few sort of lineup changes. A few of their players have gone to Spartown, and some of Spartown's players have come to York. So maybe they're just getting their new team dynamic together. So, but I hope they do improve over the year, because they're a nice team at York, and they do have some nice officials. Mickey and Sarah from York. Mickey's the divisional head ref, and Sarah was reffing yesterday, and her husband Martin, he was sewing in the middle with me and lots of other colleagues from other teams within the division. I think we all did okay. I mean, the Surrey game, there was a time when there was about a dozen, maybe been 8 to 12 penalties called within the gap of like 20 seconds. It was horrendous. There was illegals called all over the place, failure to reforms, because obviously if a blocker or a skate within the pack is called for a penalty, they're immediately out of the pack, and the pack must reform within like 3 seconds, because they may cause their penalty may destroy the pack. So there was a moment. I mean, that was hard for the penalty box, especially when they're doing paperwork. There's also been changes to the WFTDA stats book paperwork. They are combining the penalty tracking and lineup tracking paperwork, which is a bit concerning, to be frank. I find it difficult to multitask. I find it that I need to concentrate on a single task to enable me to do that well. So that's worrying. And also I've just printed a whole load of paperwork out as well. Apparently she says, oh, don't worry, you can use that. Oh, look, by the 1st of March. No, probably not. You know, we haven't got long to go to the 1st of March, to be fair. So it was a long day yesterday. It was a set off, 6:30 bus set off. We got there about 11:30. First missile was 5 minutes past 1. I thought, oh God, we're going to be lying about for like an hour and a half. But it seemed to go really quickly. I'm really pleased with NSOs. There were some, you know, some constructive criticism that we need to work on. I may or may not agree with that. But you know, all feedback is taken completely professionally, and I will do my best to try and resolve those issues for our next game, because obviously we don't want demerits or, you know, points against us. You'd get things, demerits for game performance for, you know, the skaters, and there's various things you get demerits for, and if you get a certain amount of demerits, then, you know, you start losing points, you start losing rankings and stuff. So I'll try and deal with those comments that were given. Hopefully I did okay. There was a big learning curve yesterday, and I hope that our divisional NSO was okay with what I did. I was certainly okay with, you know, how our NSOs, you know, they were professional, and you know, they did the best to their ability, which is good. Today I did something. I did this. Ta 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 ta. I got another bit of bling. The Bloodaxe challenge. There you go. Check that beastie out. That is a very nice bit of bling, is that? It was a 2-hour challenge race at York Sport in York. Going around the 1 kilometre cycle track at York Sport. It was a tough one. For running for 2 hours. I haven't run for 2 hours for a really long time. Since I did the half marathon, actually. And it was hard work. It was very cold. It was like -2 in the wind chill factor, and it actually started raining and hailstoning just as we were starting the race, so that made it very chilly. It was challenging because you didn't exactly know what to wear. I had about 4 layers on a base layer. My Westhill Ladies running shirt, which I run for Westhill Ladies, a sweatshirt, and a sort of showerproof, like shell material top. So after the first lap I took my sweater off, and on the second lap I took my shell off, and so I named my base layer and my running vest. My foot kind of gave out at 11k, and I was just, you know, the battle in the headwind as well was really tough. I just felt that I didn't really have anything, but I didn't give up. I had half an hour left, so I did a couple of extra laps walking and got a total of 13k in, which I'm not unhappy with. I would have liked to have 15, but it was difficult conditions. If I'd not had the headwind, I maybe could have got 14 in, I think. After the race, I did feel quite nauseous, felt quite sick. I usually do if I've exerted myself quite a lot. I think it's a blood sugar issue. I don't have diabetes or anything like that, which I'm quite lucky. You know, a lot of people who are thinner than me have type 2, but I'm lucky I don't have type 2. But I think it's because I don't eat carbs, and after strenuous activity, your body needs it. So I did treat myself to a bit of cake, and I am treating myself just to a little bit. Whoop, oh, sorry about that. A little bit of this PhD protein bar. I'm only having a little bit. It's really nice. I just took a bite. I need to get rid of it now. Very nice. Only 19 grams of carb, if you're wondering, and 3 grams of sugar, but there's 20 grams of carb in this one, and 30 grams of protein, which is pretty good actually. So I'm just having a little bit because I'm just still feeling a little bit, even though I've had some tea, I'm still got a bit of a sweet tooth. So I thought, rather than having a biscuit or some cake or something, I'll just have a little bit of my protein bar, as it's full of great stuff. So yeah, I did the run, felt a bit rubbish. I've sorted that out. washed my hair, as you can see. Got my 1960s hairdryer back there. And I'm going to have tomorrow off. I'm going to have a rest day. It's been a really busy weekend. I'm about to completely just drop dead and not really, you know, crash out now and really chill out tomorrow. Going to the physio tomorrow, so we'll see what's going on. My outer toes, my left foot were hurting again. When I do a long race, anything around above 10k and above, I get this pain in my foot. It may be something to do with my running technique, I'm not really sure. I might have my gait assessed again. I've been running, you know, some distances now, and you know, maybe my gait has changed, and I hope I don't need new trainers, because my last trainers only had about 7 months or so, and they were 130 quid. I run on Hoka 11 Conquest 3s if anybody's interested, and that's my road shoes, and my trail shoes are Salomons. I don't know what the make of the Salomons are, but they're Salomon trail shoes that I've got. I'm quite happy with those. So that's it. So it's been a busy weekend. I need to put some money in my action thing. I haven't put very much in lately, because I've especially in January, because I was really skinned. But I think I need to put a £5 in today, because it was 10k and over. I did 13k today. And also a really big well done to all the other West Hull ladies, especially my running buddies Terry and Pad. They did really well. Terry got a 15k's in. I'm not really sure how many Pad does, but Pad, you know, she does lots of marathons and things like that. So she's pretty fit, and she does run quite a lot. So that's it for the day, folks. Catch you all later. Probably give you an update tomorrow as how stiff I am with my legs and, you know, hurting a bit. Take care, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. Have a good week ahead. Bye bye now.